Madhubani name is formed with two words Madhu plus Ban. It is a district where there used to be thick forests in ancient times. And in those dense forests, bees used to make their hives in huge numbers and collect honey in it. It is also said that the honey production was so much that it was supplied all over the country. Since decades, traditional art is an integral part of the society, which is purely folk art and has been passed down from generation to generation through the mother to their daughters. Earlier, this folk art was prevalent in whole Mithilanchal area of Bihar, but now this is limited to very few villages of Madhubani district. Because of this only, this art tradition is famous as Madhubani paintings. This art tradition was initially preserved by women only, but nowadays men are also helping ladies to complete these paintings. The impact of modern education, commercialization of paintings has ruined the folk element of this rich traditional art form. From time to time, many scholars and art lovers came to Madhubani to know more and more about these paintings and wrote their experiences in different art journals. I wanted to explore more about these paintings on the basis of the main elements of the fine arts, that is line, form, color, tone, texture and space. I started working on it in 1976 and submit my thesis work for PhD in 1982, Meerut University. I got teacher fellowship from UGC to complete this work. I completed it wholeheartedly and finally my work was highly appreciated by all three of my examiners. Unfortunately, I could not pursue this work further, but practically I was constantly engrossed in it. During my survey, I collected many different types of painting for my thesis on A4 size paper. These paintings were mostly based on subject of Ramayana, Mahabharata, Geet Govind and different social rituals. They used to paint very often famous Hindu 16 sanskars in their paintings, especially marriage ceremony was very important for them. During marriage, they paint kohbar, chitra very carefully under the supervision of any experienced lady and were used for different auspicious purposes. After seeing them, I was mesmerized by the novelty and variety of different forms like different type of elephants, fishes, tortoises, snakes, flowers, human figures, etc. Therefore, I was compelled to decide to preserve these different folk forms in my creative designs. It created magic on paper by fusion of these folk forms with my art education, which resulted into a unique concept in art world. Art lovers loved this fusion during my exhibitions held in 2003 and 2006 at India Habitat Center Art Gallery, New Delhi. I went to Madhubani again in 2008 for another survey aiming to rewrite a book based on my thesis work. After reaching there, I was shocked to see many unexpected changes. Modernization had changed the society pattern as well as the whole ancient rich culture of Madhubani art tradition. Now, young girls were prioritizing modern education over learning the traditional art form from their mothers. They were learning only the techniques of painting to paint any subject required by the buyers. This world-renowned art tradition tied the ancient culture together for so long, but it is now uprooted and moved from its tradition. These art forms were once a social necessity and an important part of cultural expression in Madhubani. They are still very relevant today, but more as a source of income. I often wonder that did this art form gain global popularity because of its deep links to Indian epics and rituals? Or was it because of its folk elements? If it is the latter, then the Madhubani art will continue to win people's hearts. But if it is the former, then its future is questionable. Thank you.